Hello everyone, hope you're having a blessed day. I haven't been on here in a few months. My wife had back surgery and I've been helping her recover. So now that I have some free time, I thought I would get on here and do another video. As you guys know, if you follow my channel, I've been working on fingerstyle because I'm fascinated with it. I'm not the best at it, but I'm getting better. So I try to do my own arrangements of songs. You know, I don't really try to take anything from anybody else. I listen to the melodies because I do know music theory pretty well, and I just try to incorporate it in the best that I can. So keep that in mind when I'm teaching you this. I'm showing you the arrangement, meaning the chords, and I'm showing you how they're getting the melody, the vocal part of it, and then fitting the finger picking part. I always tell you guys, I don't concentrate too much on exactly playing it the same way every time, as much as I'm practicing or concentrating on the melody of the song. So I want to make sure I'm targeting the melody, and then everything else in between that is just random, so I'm not really thinking about it. So when I'm teaching it to you, if I mess up, like I'm having a brain freeze, I'm going, oh, wait a minute. That's because I don't really know too much of how I'm picking it all the time. So I'll do my best to break it down for you. Okay, we're in the key of B flat, capo 3rd fret. We're going to be using chord shapes out of the key of G, okay? So in the beginning, you have them doing that, you know, the intro. Now you can just do this progression twice, and you don't really have to incorporate the, I'll show you. Faithful through the ages. Okay, he's just going. And then the piano goes. Now you don't have to put that in there. You can just keep going. Through the ages, right? So what I'm doing there, it's the same chords as the intro. I'm utilizing that melody. I'm hearing the words, God of Abraham. That's what I'm saying. God of Abraham. You're the God of covenant. Faithful promises. So you see how I did that? Now we get to the pre-chorus. Though the storms may come and the winds may blow, right? So we're going to save that. We're going to go. Slide that to the E minor. Though the storms may come, though the storms may come, and to the C, winds may blow, I'll remain steadfast. It's high for me, sorry. Though the storms may come, storms may come, and the winds may blow, I'll remain steadfast. So I would go like this, coming out of it. Watch. So coming out of that pre-chorus, the verse. So you see how I'm incorporating that melody in with tempo, fingerstyle, 6/8 timing, So that's all I'm doing. You can always slow that down a little bit, okay? And then when we get to the chorus, the chords are E minor. So it goes, great is your faithfulness to me, right? So great, E minor is your G over B, faithful C, ness to me. You can do one finger. You see how I'm doing that? Watch. Great is your G over B, faithful C, ness to me. Passing note. Great E is your G over B, faithfulness to me. Okay, so that's what we're working out of. And the melody that I was singing goes like this. That's a D over F sharp. But because I'm not hitting that note, I'm not holding it down. So I'm just playing these notes. The notes I'm holding down. 6th string, G string. So again, great is your faithfulness to me. Great is your faithfulness to me. Okay, now if you were finger picking, it's really slow the first time, so you could just pluck it or pick it soft, like. Okay, so that's how I finger pick it. Then when it goes from the rising sun to the setting, same. So after we end on that G on that part that we just ended, so from the rising sun to see that? From the rising sun to that's what I'm doing with the bass notes. So on the G, it's like a 2 chord. From the E, rising sun to the G over B, setting, same, I will C, praise your name. So that time I'm playing a full C because I need praise your passing chord. Okay, so if you were picking it faster, like the second time through, I'm going to pick up the tempo a little, so I'm going to go. Okay, so that's that. It goes into verse 2, and then it does something a little different. So listen to this. Now again, I'm going to show you what it's doing. Whether or not you want to try to incorporate it in with your, arrangement, that's up to you. Here we go. Verse 2. Right here. Yeah. Okay. Now, if you want to put that in there, I'll show you what you can do. So you're going, God from age to age, though the earth may pass away, right? Your word remains the same. Yeah. Right to the E. Yeah. So okay, so you can do that. It's up to you. You don't have to, but I just want to show you what he's doing. And then when it says, your history can prove, your history, there's nothing you can do. You're faithful and true. He accents it, faithful and true. So I'll go. So, your history can prove there's nothing you can do. You're faithful and true, right? Though the storms may come and the winds may blow, I'll remain steadfast and let my heart learn when you speak a word, it may come true. See, so he went higher there. So we're going to do it higher on that last chord. We're going to go. See what we did? B, E, D. Okay? So, one more time. So, now I'm adding a little thing in between there. I don't know if you noticed that, but I'm adding this note and I'm going. He's not really doing that, but when I'm playing it, if nobody's singing it, nobody's going to know as long as the melody's there. So that's what I'm saying. You can take liberties when you're doing things, right? Now we get to a cool part, that little interlude right before the bridge. I don't do it exactly the way she's doing it when she's singing it, Naomi Rain, but I will incorporate some of it in there and I'll show you what I do. Okay, so check this out. So here comes the interlude right before the bridge. just want you to hear it leading up to it. That's why I'm playing it longer. Here we go. Here it comes right here. Listen. I love that. So watch. This is what I do. So you see what I'm doing there. So I end on that G. I go. And then I'm going. So I'm hitting. To a C with the high G. So off the G. C. Lift that up to the G, still accent the high G. Then I add the pinky out there. So again. To a D. But I'm just adding the high A. Now remember, I'm calling this as if I didn't have this part of the guitar, so don't be confused. Okay? So I'm calling the chords as if I'm playing in the key of G. Okay, so off the G again. You never run. Right? So one more time. C at 9 to the G, E to the D. All right? So hear it one more time with her singing it. Get an idea now. Here it comes. So you hear it? So it sounds really cool. Now she goes wild in the second one. I'm not going to follow that melody line. But coming out of it, it's cool, and I just repeat it twice. So I go. It. Now, before I transition into I put my faith in Jesus, I end on that D. Okay? So again, I'll lead up to it. I'll play through the bridge and I'll break it down. So again. Okay, so that's the bridge, and this is what I'm doing. So I go. remember I said end on that note? I put. So you got to remember that. Remember, melody, play it slow, understand the melody and the chords, then incorporate the finger part of it, okay? So I'm going. Jesus. So, I put my faith in. That's all on the C. Then I go to the G. My to the E minor 7. Anchor to the D ground. My hope and firm foundation. Playing the C and I'm accenting the high E. To the F sharp. That's a G over B. Then I end on the G before I go to the next part. So again. D. To that D with the high A out there. So I'm hitting the low E is the note I'm playing over. I'll never let you. Let me do it again. That's the transition to go back into the chorus. Okay? So I played it a few times through for you so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Okay, so when I got to the end there where I go, I keep the pinky down, I'm going to add the C to G. That's the transition to go into the chorus again. So. You got that? One more time. There you go. 26 minutes. So, again, if you have any questions, I always leave my email in the description. This is like if you were in front of me and I was giving you a half an hour lesson and we were working on a song, this is how it would happen, And when I'm sitting down learning these songs, I'm learning them just like how I'm trying to show you. I always, figure out the chord progression first. That's the first thing, and this is what I'm looking at. Let me show you. So, these are my chord charts. They're very easy to read, okay? And I write my own chord charts when I lead worship. I don't use the ones online. The reason why I don't necessarily is because they're not always right. So, you should get used to, like if you're learning songs, let me give you this advice. Because I write songs for Ultimate Guitar, just so you guys know. I always, when a new song comes out, I'll always try to figure out the song on my own. Like usually there's no chord charts out there, so I'm writing them right away and I'm getting them on Ultimate Guitar. And that's how you guys train your ears. If you're always looking online and looking for a chart, you're not going to train your ear to be able to recognize things. And by doing that, it'll help you tremendously when you're playing with other musicians, like for soloing and, just different things. So that's the first thing you want to do. You always write out your own chord chart. See how you do. If you struggle on it, write as much of it out as you can. Then start going to, online praise charts or wherever, Ultimate Guitar, and start looking then to see how you did and make your adjustments, And so when I'm learning a song, I'll just tell you what I do. I always figure out the bass line first. The not the moving bass line, but the essential bass notes of the song. Because that's going to dictate how I'm going to write my chords. So if I'm going to write like a inversion, like a G over B or a C with an E, that will help you to determine your chords that you're going to use by listening to the bass line. So after I write out my bass line over the words, then I build my chords now based on the melody, because the melody is going to dictate whether it's a 9 or a 7 or a 2. Like, so as you start learning melodies, like we're doing right now, the melody line, that will help you then to get chord structure and learning inversions of chords and extensions of chords. Like instead of just playing normal triads, 1, 3, 5, by learning these melodies, you'll start to hear the 7 and the 9 and the 11. Because even though I didn't tell you that in the songs, in the song, we were doing that. Like we're playing 11s, we're adding, like on the G, we're going, that's a G major 7. So we're doing things like that in the song. So as you're learning that, you will understand that better by, writing your own charts. But if you want my chart, like I said, email me. I usually send it to you immediately. I'll send it to you in PDF and Word. That way, if you want to make your own notations, you can edit it or do whatever you want to do, okay? And if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. I don't care about monetization. I just want people, I want to know that you guys are liking what I'm putting out there. And leave some comments. Just tell me, no, I didn't like this, or this was too confusing. Can you maybe elaborate? I don't edit, meaning I don't put the chords up on the screen. I don't really know how to do all that stuff, to tell you the truth. I'm sure I could figure it out, but I'm busy doing other things. So I try to break this down as much as I can in the lesson. So, if somebody wants to help me learn how to put the chords on the screen so you can see them instead of me calling them out, let me know in the comments and email me, and you can work with me on how to edit it and maybe show me, and I can make it better in the future, okay? But other than that, as I always tell you guys, glorify God with your gifts and talents, whatever that may be in your life. If it's music, if it's teaching the Word of God, as an apologist, whatever your gift is, use it and glorify him to further the kingdom of God. Okay? And other than that, I'll see you next time. Be blessed.